Ali and Stevie alongside me in the studio, Ian Dark with us as well to answer the question, if the Premier League ended today, who would be awarded Young Player of the Season? This is what the bookies have to say. Yes, well, we're still going to have 3 minutes out of this. It's going to be interesting. Trent Alexander-Arnold, 16-1 on. Grealish at 9s, Maddison 20s, along with Tammy Abraham. Mason Mount at 33-1. Ian Dark, we already discussed Player of the Year, which is a lot closer. This is an absolute one-horse race, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Trent Alexander-Arnold is going to deservedly win that. He'd even be a contender for the main award as well. I've written a couple of other names down here. What about this Arsenal lad, Bukayo Saka? I think the delay in the Euros might mean he makes the squad in a year's time. Reece James, similarly, of Chelsea, fantastic. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, same story at Everton, who's now among the goals. So there are a few other names apart from the ones you mentioned on that list.
Alexander-Arnold, Stevie, how surprised are you by his progression?
Shocked. 21 years old. I mean, at 21, you should still be learning your craft.
But he is, isn't he? Defending-wise.
Well, defensively, but going forward, he's a finished article.
Yeah.
He is the he is. You know, it took Dani Alves till his mid-20s to be the best right back in the world. And Trent Alexander right now is the best right back in the world, and he's 21 years old. I mean, you talk about climbing the ladder so quickly. And again, I'm going to use Dani Alves as a perfect example of Trent Alexander-Arnold because they've both got the same flaw. They're not particularly brilliant one-on-one defending, but what they do going forward completely makes up for any inefficiencies they have in any other department. They are that good. And Trent Alexander-Arnold, going forward, is that good. He is the best in Europe.
If he was a right-back on any other side, would he be the best right-back in Europe?
Yeah, and you have to have a good team that allows you to have the ball on the attacking half as much as he does, and you're not forced to defend as little as he is. See, here's part of the issue with me and Trent Alexander-Arnold. I think he's a tremendous talent, and his ability to deliver a ball in the box is fantastic. His vision and the execution of that delivery is fantastic. But his responsibility to defend is not quite there. So if he were pushed to do that more often, I have to believe that Jurgen Klopp and his assistants, and we know that he has many of them, that they would sit him down and say, look, we love what you do on that side. But this 1v1 defending, if you really want to be the full article, this is something you can improve upon. This is about moving your feet. This is about body position. This is about anticipation, reading the game. You do that, you put yourself in a different category altogether. I think he is outstanding, but I do think that there's room for growth as well.
I'm not sure he's got that in his game. Defending, the best defenders in the world take it personally. That's where you start.
Right.
You take it personally. You don't want to get beat any time. And when you do, you're embarrassed. I don't think Trent takes it personally. But the point is, if he's playing in a side that plays the way Liverpool does, then he's perfect.
But Stevie, you're a defender, and you've made this argument against Sergio Ramos for years. If you're going to be the best right back in the world, then you have to defend.
But he's not there to defend. That's not his job. Sergio, you brought Sergio Ramos in. His job is to defend. You know, we talk about all these great goals Ramos scored. His job is defending. Trent Alexander's job is not defending.
But the definition of a right back, you have to defend.
Well, let me tell you what happens in Liverpool. When Liverpool are under pressure and a game's tight and they're ahead, then what Klopp does is he brings on a right back and pushes Alexander-Arnold to an old wide midfield position because he knows he can't defend properly.
So then, therefore, he cannot be the best right back in the world, is what I'm saying, because that's a definition. That's a defender.
Well, you're getting caught up in terms now. No. Well, so what was Dani Alves?
Hey,
what was Dani Alves?
Okay, but Stevie, if you play the position and if you've been told that you can't defend, and that you don't take it personally.
He's the best attacking wide midfielder in the world. How about that?
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Semantic. You get caught on semantics.
Semantics. It's defending.
Yes.
I'm asking a right back to defend. It's semantics.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.